Hey, this is Sean. This is the CTTW ministry video, I think 60 or something like that. I'm not sure how many videos we're up to. This is the video I put out every Monday. I am coming to you from Tucson, Arizona, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about the humanity of Christ. I'm getting this book right here from the Essential Faith. And basically what we're going to be doing is I'm going to read 2 pages out of that part when it talks about the humanity of Christ and also what is called the Monophysite heresy. So this is on page 82. It is number 27 out of the 100 Essential Truths of the Christian Faith in the book by R.C. Sproul. And I'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and read the first 2 pages of it and then go over some of the biblical passages where it discusses the Monophysite heresy. Okay. That God the Son took upon himself a real human nature is a crucial doctrine of historic Christianity. The Great Ecumenical Council of Chalcedon in AD 451 affirmed that Jesus is truly man and truly God, and that the 2 natures of Christ are so united as to be without mixture, confusion, separation, or division, each nature retaining its own attributes. The true humanity of Jesus has been assaulted chiefly in 2 ways. The early church had to combat the heresy of Gnosticism, which taught that Jesus did not have a real physical body or a true human nature. They argued that Jesus only seemed, quote-unquote, to have a body, but in reality it was a phantom sort of being. Over against this, John strongly declares that those who deny that Jesus came truly in the flesh are of the Antichrist. The other major heresy the church rejected was the Monophysite heresy. This heresy argued that Jesus did not have 2 natures, but one. The single nature was neither truly divine nor truly human, but a mixture of the 2. It was called the theanthropic nature. The anthropic nature. The Monophysite heresy involves either a deified human nature or a humanized divine nature. Subtle forms of the Monophysite heresy threaten the church in every generation. The tendency is toward allowing a human nature to be swallowed up by the divine nature in such a way as to remove the real limitations of Jesus' humanity. We must distinguish between the 2 natures of Jesus without separating them. When Jesus hungers, for example, we see that a manifestation of the hunger of the human nature, not the divine. What is said of the divine nature or of the human nature may be affirmed of the person. On the cross, for example, Christ, the God-man, died. This, however, is not to say that God perished on the cross. Though the 2 natures remain united after Christ's ascension, we must still distinguish the natures regarding the mode of his presence with us. Alright, so this is a different day. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. I just wasn't feeling it. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually start reading books of the Bible, starting with the Old Testament. And so instead, we're going to do a completely different paradigm shift here. And I'm going to start by reading Genesis chapter 1. So I know this is a completely different subject, but I'm just not feeling this topic that I'm teaching on. I don't really know what else to teach on right now. So I'm going to be reading chapter by chapter for every week, the book of Genesis. Okay, Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Thus made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. So the evening and the morning were the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit according to its kind, whose seed is in itself on the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, the herb that yields seed according to its kind, and the tree that yields fruit, whose seeds is in itself according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the third day. Then God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years, and let them be for the lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light unto the earth. And it was so. Then God made two great lights, the great light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in a firmament of the heavens to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. So the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Then God said, let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens. So God created great sea creatures, and everything living, and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abound, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters and the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth. So the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Then God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creepy thing and beast of the earth, each according to its kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply the earth and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and every other living thing that moves on the earth. And God said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seeds. To you it shall be for food. Also to every beast of the earth, to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And it was so. Then God saw everything that he had made, and indeed it was very good. So the evening and the morning were the sixth day. End of chapter 1.